UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Back with my old mate Rich Beam here at TPC Summerlin. I'm Luke Elvey. Rich, his opening hole, take us through it.
Simple little opening hole, just 409 yards. Players want to avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side, so they'll go off this tee with maybe a 3-wood or even a 2-iron. No need for the driver. Driver brings the second shot in a little bit too close. They can tuck this pin over the left-hand side, make it very challenging, but all in all, a good birdie opportunity.
This is an exciting one, Rich. Let's get into the action. And let's see what he can do here today. Attaboy, good shot. Second shot here on the first. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. Magical shot.
Absolutely, in there close. Good look at birdie coming up.
And they'll tap this in for birdie. Getting off to a great start at this event.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
The second at TPC Summerlin is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. You like that, didn't you? And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
It's on a great line. Just missing the birdie there. That's a shame. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently 1 under for the round. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
The third hole at TPC Summerlin has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes his second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in 2, 2 putts from there will be just fine. But watch out, big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
Nicely done. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Well, that's a nice line. Ooh, right by the hole. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Currently 1 under for the day. The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. It's a decent fairway to hit this one. Not sure if they'll find it though. Playing now from the fairway bunker. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. No, that's too bad.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
Now 4 back after that hole. The 5th at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. This should play. That should set up another chance. And this putt to move into the top 20. Ouch, that hurts. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Trailing by 4 strokes. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be.
He's going to have to go down after this one, try and dig it out as best he can and hope for the best.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card.
Putt is underway.
Yeah, good job. Nice par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Second shot here on the 7th. Opting for the 9-iron. It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
And coming up well short.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. currently 1 under for the tournament. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. That was a gallant attempt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Looking good. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Oh, absolutely flushed. Rich, I know you love being here in Vegas, perhaps for different reasons than watching the golf tournament, but while we're here at the tournament, tell me a bit more about Shriners' impact on the game and this entire region.
Luke, I fail to see what you mean by that. I think Vegas is a very nice, wholesome city that I do enjoy coming to visit. But the golf course is fantastic. It's held at TPC Summerlin every single year, and it used to be the venue where they had the last round, but now every round is here, and I think the players enjoy that. I think they like being at the same golf course each and every day. They get a feel for it, and I think that's why the scores historically year in year out are so much lower than they were in the past. I think it's a really good opportunity to go out there and make a ton of birdies, but that's not the easiest thing to do, is it? Getting comfortable making 7, 8, 9 birdies around. Some players don't have that comfort zone, and so I'm always interested to see the players that get into that zone each and every day and are making that many birdies to see if they can sustain it for 4 straight days.
Tee shot is looking good here. Sitting at 1 under. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Well done. Take the birdie. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Good shot there, Beamer. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
That was wonderfully done.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out. Had a fantastic drive.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th. And this putt to move into the top 10. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. That's a good way to move into the top 10. He's currently sharing 8th position. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. One win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. That's a good-looking shot there. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just 3 strokes back. Nice recovery there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Oh, how about that one? And that will take him to 5 under. He finds himself tied for 6th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3 playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. That reminded me of the Big Easy, silky smooth. Yeah, nicely played. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. It's got a chance. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. He's currently tied for 4th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here on the 15th. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, so close.
Just a short putt remaining here.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club, because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well, because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Opting for the 3-wood.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
Ooh. That's disappointing. Just a 4-footer remaining.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
That swing so pure, it reminds me of Adam Scott's. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
And this putt to move them into a tie for second. Ah, that's a shame. Comes up shy.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Oh, well done.
From around 170 yards here, just a couple back from our leader. Going with the 7.
Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And with that putt, concludes this players round. And as this round comes to a close, he finds himself in a share of second place.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.
PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam here as we keep an eye on this player who's been trailing in the tournament but has a real opportunity today.
They do. They need to get out there, though, and start firing at some flags. They've been playing very conservative all week long, and you can't continue to do that with any hopes of winning. You have to go ahead and start trying to take advantage of the conditions. Hit it close a few more times. And until they start doing that, I don't see them catching the leaders.
Looking forward to this, Rich. Let's get into the action. Well played, mate. Time for the second shot into the first. Oh, well played. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Well, that'll play.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So, yes, birdie on the first. Great job.
The leaderboard has them sitting in second place, just behind our leader, Tiger Woods. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here. Wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Nicely done.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. This for a birdie run.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff.
And he's down there.
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Heading towards the rough, this one. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? This would be a great up and down. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet.
That will work.
He's currently in the second position. Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
He's 2 shots back.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
just didn't drop.
An opportunity to make a par here.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Currently at 10 under par overall. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. Can you hear those tweets? This is what they have left for birdie here.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of the leaderboard here.
Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure.
Playing this one about 130 yards out. Only 2 shots off the pace. That's just inside the range.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here.
Looking great now.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. The putt drops, and we're moving on.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. That was absolutely murdered. Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career, just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, the wind's blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. And in fact, it was impossible 3 out of the 4 of us to get it home in 2. But Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day. And he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green is a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green, and the pin's over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there. And kept hanging, kept hanging, kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Time for the second shot here at the 9th. It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Oh, you set yourself up with an eagle opportunity. That's frustrating. Hold this putt and you'll move into second. Good looking putt. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Oh, that's beautifully judged.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Okay, steady now. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This for par.
Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place, just behind Tiger Woods.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Well struck. From around 120 yards here, 3 strokes off the lead. Oh, tidy looking shot that. 13 feet to the cup. Go on, get in the hole. Oh, he's up, Tiger. If you can make this one, it's for par.
And there it is. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
And from about 105 yards, launched that one into space. Wow.
Woo, back there, horsey. Gee, I think they've got the handle of this game, Rich. Fairways and greens.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player.